Welcome, everybody, to a Delco Nerd Network Hot Take. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen a hot take of ours before, well, it's where a few friends get in a basement. We like to give our thoughts, give our opinions on a TV show, a movie, or a game. Today, it's going to be a game, and that game is Battlefield 6. My name is Anthony Ragucci, and here to discuss, as always, the triple threat, Chris Trio.
Gooch, I'm ready to invade the battlefield.
Yeah.
I thought about that very hard in the 2 seconds before this. So you're welcome.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
And yet another review where one of us didn't play the game.
Yeah.
This is the fifth, well, technically fifth one in a row.
That's
fifth
true.
One. This has never happened
I know.
before.
It's a weird time here
okay,
at DNN.
I'll help you out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's
And
why,
coming in from the middle, our guest. It's been a long time, but we're glad to have him back on the show, Tom DeFulvio.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
How
you
we
for coming
doing,
in
man?
and filling the shoes.
No
Yeah.
problem. No problem.
I knew. I feel like we were just talking before. I mean, we off the recording. Yeah, I mean we're live, but. Yeah, that we've been talking about trying to get you on for all sorts of shit, and it never ended up happening.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, I need Tom for Battlefield, absolutely. So I'm glad you're here. I feel like you're gonna give an expertise not even I can talk about, because I like Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
I like Battlefield as a property, but like you're on a different level of knowledge with weapons and mil sim, and I feel like you're the perfect guy to bring on. So
Yeah, I appreciate it.
absolutely, dude. So we're going to talk about probably what you're least interested in first, the campaign.
Yeah. Did you play it?
I did. I beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted
so
to
did
beat
I.
it.
So how long is it, the campaign?
I think it depends on your
my
difficulty.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
like,
well,
I guess
8
I'm like a
hours?
normal. Yeah.
8
Maybe
hours?
less than that.
Really?
If you're blitzing through it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense lengthwise, I guess, for me, but obviously
right,
it comes
like,
down to the content.
I don't really ever have a problem with like the length of campaigns.
Yeah, it's a shooter
Because, like,
campaign,
well,
right?
just
You're not.
any-
It's not what you're there
Yeah,
for.
but I mean, just when I look at a campaign, like I like to use like Journey as an example because it's 2 hours long and that game's a masterpiece.
Right.
right.
So you can give me a length of any time you'd like. Just make it good.
Right.
sure.
You know?
Make it content complete.
Right.
That's a-
Make it enjoyable.
Great point.
Medal of Honor 2010. That's like a 5-6 hour campaign. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm sure Modern Warfare 1 is not
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
it's a similar length. It has to be.
Right.
But those are iconic, and I feel like when you're talking about FPS campaigns, you're kind of looking to your Modern Warfare 1, your Modern Warfare 2,
They're,
your
they're always
Black
around
Ops.
that like 6 to 10
And
hour.
and even from Battlefield's other offerings, I loved what they did with Battlefield 1. I loved it. And even 3 and 4 I remember liking. But Battlefield 6's campaign really feels like the definition of an afterthought.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
So is it the same setup as one was like different stories, right, throughout the campaigns, like the
Yeah.
military
Yeah,
campaigns?
oh,
This just
we're gonna
follows
do,
one person.
Those to me those were like even simpler. They're definitely better than this.
Yeah, they're much more impactful. Like, even though it's not like, oh, we're gonna get it's like an in-depth character story. It's like, no, this is like, it's easy to sort of encapsulate
more-
like
yeah, they're
the
just more
experience of
interesting.
World War II
Yeah,
or a fighter
right.
pilot or a tank driver or
Right,
World War One. Yeah,
Right. It's just nice and simple. The plots are interesting. They don't overly complicate things for like no reason.
Right.
Yeah, so the story of Battlefield 6 is sort of like the world has become NATO, I guess.
No.
No?
The
Like,
this is how
Not-
confused,
not the-
yeah.
yeah,
No,
This is how
this is
confusing
great.
this
No.
so like it's like America. It's not the world. It's like America and a few other countries, I guess.
It's-
No,
No, it's
Gooch, you're wrong.
it is NATO, like people the world gets fed up with NATO
Oh.
and splits apart from NATO. So now you only have like America, England, and Egypt in NATO. Well,
See-
Egypt's like helping, but like there's no explanation of like who's actually in it. and
I
who's
only
not.
know Tom's right from the context clues of the campaign. Like, yeah, they're there.
And
Yeah.
you have to look it up on the wiki because the game doesn't explain this kind of thing. Like this is like these are like people that like they sit there and they're like, oh my god, who's in these factions? I gotta know. So like all the people in the wiki, apparently Pax Armada is like China, Russia, which I wish it was literally just China and Russia. I wish they just did that again. But it's China, Russia, Germany, Belgium, Finland. All these weird countries
Does this tell? And it doesn't.
that are like non-threatening that would never threaten anyone.
Yeah, Pax Armada
But also
is
like they're
essentially
joining with China and
Yeah,
Egypt.
right.
Like yeah,
So
and
Pax
Russia.
Armada feels like a PMC sort of like like they don't even really feel like an organization. They just feel like they're like a private military company.
That's another thing.
Of a bunch of nations.
That's another thing about the campaign is that there's just no setup
right.
or build up. It's the typical way of Battlefield doing this, where they give you like a minute-long cutscene. Like, the world is changing.
The world.
Pax Armada's coming to kill you. And I'm like, oh my god! Like,
and that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then they kind of throw you in with like a squad. The characters are pretty cool. You're like, you play as Murphy, Carter, Lopez, and Gecko.
Yeah.
And they represent the classes of the game.
So-
and they're your squad the whole game.
I will say, just from like a base level, that sounds like you could make something somewhat cool out of that
Yeah.
story.
Oh, yeah, there's something cool
Like
here.
there's something to the kernel
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
that. Like,
You would
and is
think.
it contemporary? Like, is it supposed to be set now, or is it like in the future?
2 years from now.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like 2028.
Right, it's like
Interesting.
futuristic or something.
So
Semi.
that sucks that they didn't apparently capture on it, because that does sound like a somewhat interesting
Yeah.
kernel of like a start.
Well, they started out pretty strong. The first mission's decent. The first mission's like cool.
I think the coolest part is the New York stuff. So Pax Armada attacks New York.
That's where it went like downhill for me.
Okay, so that's the peak, and I think the
Yeah.
beginning and the end is kind of downhill. Like the last
yeah.
mission feels
I see.
so uneventful.
Oh, God,
I'm like,
yeah, no,
where's the Battlefield theme?
We'll get to that.
The music is, I think Battlefield 1 especially, that music was incredible. And Battlefield 3 and 4, I feel like have really good soundtracks. I feel like this game, I'm like, I couldn't even hum you a tune from the multiplayer.
As far as I know, there's literally just the main Battlefield theme, and there's not a single other one that I can remember.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you're right. Like Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 had like full blown orchestral scores, and like I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, dude, this could be in like an Indiana Jones movie or something. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the music is very like nonchalant. Like, but yeah, my way of understanding the campaign is like the first mission was cool, and then from there it's just kind of like
A slow decline.
A slow decline. I was having like a decent time for like the first 3 missions,
And then you're like, yeah,
Right.
that's what I was trying to be really open. I'm like, okay, this is like not greatly presented. The presentation of it is not good.
Right.
I don't really understand what's going on. It's being told from like something happened, and they're sort of flashing back to moments of like missions, and like I don't really even understand like the like mills exactly. And then you find out that like Pax Armada was created by the CIA, and essentially is almost kind of like a
deep
Taliban
state,
kind of thing.
I have some insider information that you might not know about.
What's that?
That apparently the trailer, like the launch trailer for the campaign, has like 3 or 4 cutscenes in it that aren't in the game.
Oh my God.
Okay, classic.
So people are suspecting that there are like cut levels from the campaign,
Okay.
which would like flesh it out more.
Right.
And to me, that it does seem the case, because there's just you jump in between these missions and you're just kind of confused the whole time.
There's no context. Yeah.
And then towards the end of the campaign, is Mills the black woman that's in the house?
Yes.
She hints at Pax Armada having some sort of bioweapon. So
Oh, really?
to me,
I don't remember that.
what I'm thinking is that they may have they could have been planning this before COVID, or like during it or something. Like it's some sort of bioweapon plot, and I don't think they want to like test the waters too
Right,
much
at this
anymore.
point,
and they
yeah.
kind of like retracted some things on it, and just made it a baseline. Like, oh, the CIA made these people; they're bad.
I'm sure you don't know this because you're not into it, but the Marvel show Falcon and the Winter Soldier had a similar plot.
Really?
And it came out right after COVID, and they changed
They
the
cut it
whole
all out.
show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the
'cause
question then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if this was, I mean, like it would have been being made during
It's
that
very.
time.
It's I definitely suspect that, like, because like the last mission, you're supposed to be stopping these missiles from being launched towards America. I don't even know where the hell they're launching
Right,
to.
right,
They're just like, we have to get in the missile bunker.
Stop the missiles!
Yeah.
Yeah. They could hit Europe. Like,
Yeah.
it's very
And then
vague.
there's a throwaway line in there somewhere where Mills is like, and Pax Armada found the cure. And I was like, the cure? For what?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, right.
It does sound like, it just sounds like they took a bunch of ideas, put them in a blender, and then just spit them all out. Because like again, there's like the idea of the CIA creating this like deep state whatever thing to create this new enemy, whatever, that makes sense. I don't know.
And then there's also that really fucking funny cutscene where they have like this fake ghost character from Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
his name's Hemlock.
Yeah,
and you're just randomly introduced to him, so, like out of the blue. She's like, Hemlock, what the fuck are you doing in my house?
Yeah, one of your squad members dies, and then like this guy named Hemlock, who's masked, looking like Ghost, just shows up, and he's just
insane. It's insane.
Yeah, there must be
there's something going on.
Yeah, because like, it does feel, it just feels oddly like mishandled,
like weird pacing, pieces missing.
The first few missions,
I never even given that thought.
I thought they were decent. Like the first mission opens up and you're like, okay, they're setting you up. You're a U.S. Marine, like recon or like whatever you're doing. Right. You're in this army base, and then all of a sudden, like this like Pearl Harbor style attack comes in. There's fighter jets, like everything's exploding. And you're like, get in the Jeep, and you're on a 50 cal. Like that's what I'm looking for with these first person shooter campaigns. That's what made Call of Duty successful.
Right.
That's what made the other Battlefield campaigns fun.
These action-packed set pieces.
Yeah, like you space out the gameplay and you have like cool first-person set pieces in between.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you the story of Battlefield 4, but I remember it opens up with Total Eclipse of the Heart in the truck going underwater, and they have it's like, I can't believe I'm about to die to this song. Right. And there's a few other moments, and I remember like I think it's Irish is the black guy. Yeah. There's the South Korean soldier, and then and she has a line about like do or fucking die or whatever. The fact that I remember this stuff probably means something.
Yeah, I mean that one was pretty interesting. Like that one was about like the last like U.S. destroyer out in the ocean during a war between Russia and China and America.
Right.
Yeah.
There's an interesting plot there. It's not just like bad guys coming to get you. Watch out, they're wearing black and helmets.
And I feel like the reason for the NATO and the Pax Armada faction is they don't want to label China, Russia, enemy,
of course,
America, Britain, and that's good guy.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they're holding these massive events in China, so they're clearly just selling out to China. They just want to get their money. Yeah. They're not going to make them the bad guy because they know like the Chinese are going to be like, what?
Well, it's funny. You know what that reminds me of too? Like, did you see Top Gun, the new one?
Yeah.
So I remember, and it's been made point, like they never ever say who the enemy is. Yeah. The enemy's coming. The bad guys are here. The fighter pilots are coming at you. Yeah, they will never name it.
They just morph together like
that. That's the first thing I thought.
China,
I'm like,
and then you're putting like Germany with them. Like, in what years in 2027 that like I don't know. That does seem like again. I like the idea.
So weird.
You'd need to think out those. Like, I'm sure you could come up with some allies in a theoretical universe. Right. And I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah, like Modern Warfare 2019. They had like a Urzikstan. It was like a fake Ukraine, like fake Afghanistan morphed together.
Right. We don't want to use real nations.
Which is
but at least do that.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Because don't like tiptoe around it.
Right. You can flesh out the country. It's like a whole country rather than just like saying these countries join this weird PMC group.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been more interesting if it was literally just the German army invading America.
Right.
Just take a country
or even
that's
just China.
That would be kind of cool because like,
I think you're 100% right.
That would never happen, in real life.
Right.
So the fact that it's like being displayed in a game,
fictional story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a very famous movie. What's when the Russians invade the U.S. in the 80s?
Red Dawn.
I feel like back then, obviously it was during the Cold War, and we weren't really afraid to be like, fuck you. But like now, I do think it is where it's like we have these relations, especially business-wise, with these with these countries that they don't want to make them the one country the bad guy.
I'm thinking about the remake of Red Dawn with Chris Hemsworth and Josh Peck.
It's the Chinese in that, right? Or isn't it like, or it's North Korea? I think.
Yeah, that's another controversy. It was China. And then they CGI'd over all the Chinese iconography and made it North Korea
in the
to
Red
sell
Dawn
it to
remake?
China.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. They CGI'd over everything.
That's crazy.
So like when they were filming it, it was all Chinese like stuff.
Which is like it's a semi-realistic scenario,
right?
Just like the Russians in the 80s.
Exactly.
And then they went like we gotta sell it to China. Yeah. So they're just like, go fix it, go fix it.
We gotta get the Chinese market.
Exactly.
I don't necessarily know if we need to talk about the Saudis buying.
I mean, I think it comes into it to some degree. Like, God only knows what they're going to do now. Like,
did that happen before? So my only thing with that is like, they want these companies to make money. And if they start really fucking with them in those major ways, even like, I know people brought up The Sims. Like, obviously there's a lot of cultural stuff in there that they don't agree with. I think that puts a fucking bullet in the brain of Sims to the point of where it doesn't then make money for them. So part of me thinks that they aren't going to interfere so much that like it will cause these major differences, but you don't know because there could be these little tweaks that they have them make that do end up making a pile.
Like I don't know if the Saudis are gonna go like full tilt on like more business decisions and like do that, or if they're going to like actually try and make good games. Like nobody knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I can't imagine they're going to really change everything up. Get rid of some things like BioWare and other EA companies, sure, but I don't necessarily know that DICE and Battlefield Studios, the companies that go into that, I don't think they're at threat here. This game sold 70 million. Or sorry, that would be insane. 7 million.
Okay.
So that's very good. That was the figure we got. That's good. Are we killing Call of Duty?
No.
Not sure.
And that was never, listen, that's
been the conversation.
They'll never do that, and I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
There's a very simple explanation to why they'll never do that. Because they don't keep consistency throughout their titles. The number one thing...
And there's like 4 years between them.
The number one thing you need to do to become Call of Duty is you build a baseline game and you recycle that game for like 10 years in a row.
Right.
And all you do is change the theming and the art style. You repaint the same game over and over and over again and
you can run on walls here. That's it, yeah.
but not even. Just think just think of like COD 4, World at War.
No, it's true.
MW2. Like they took the old engines, you know, like World at War is a different engines from Treyarch. But
of course.
if you go from COD 4 to MW2, they take the COD 4 engine, essentially make it again, and just add like different kill streaks and stuff, and people are like, whoa, this plays like COD 4. This is fucking awesome. But there's more things that I can do.
Yeah.
Very cool. They never do that in Battlefield. They reinvent the wheel every single time, and it just ruins it.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And even thinking back to like Battlefield 1, like I love that game. I feel like it's a very popular game. Obviously, that was a moment.
Right.
But how do you then? I mean, I guess you can carry some of the stuff too.
They did it to some degree from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
It's the same exact engine.
I see.
I think they scaled it out a bit and they made the physics and things a little bit more complicated. So, and it wasn't as well optimized, so the graphics aren't on the same level. You don't get the same level of like immersion and stuff. But the gameplay was worlds better than Battlefield 1 in my opinion.
Okay.
Like there's just so many more things
I never did 5, yeah. So.
It's crazy.
And obviously I think that comes a little bit from it being a World War I game.
Right.
But no, it's interesting.
We all remember what happened with Battlefield 5 and
that was just
the
like
wokeness.
Well, and even like
sort of like kind of infested it, and not even like a wave like Battlefield 5 was woke, but it was not realistic.
What was the issue? I don't even remember that.
They didn't embrace the reality of World War II.
So there were women fighters. Not saying that there weren't female fighters, but not within like structured military organizations. And like the prosthetics, and it's just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, and now they kind of have this open avenue, I think, especially with, listen, everyone is complaining about the costumes and stuff in COD, which I totally get. But I think they wouldn't be continuing to sell them if they didn't do well. Yeah. So I think people do, even though they complain about it, seem to want them and pay for them. Well, so I think that's an easy kind of avenue for Battlefield to sneak in and be like, we're the traditional one now.
Well, that leads into what's been going on in the Reddit for like the past week. I don't know if you've been...
With the Battle Pass, was it leaks or did they show
It's not leaked. No, they showed off like Season 1 content.
Yeah.
Like, what
so there's a Battle Pass is not out yet.
Gotcha. And it's all...
It's coming out in 2 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The skins are atrocious. Horrible.
I saw one I saw the blue one,
blue, green,
They
yellow.
just don't match the setting
They
at all.
look like COD.
Yeah.
Essentially. And it's just so confusing to me because like multiple people from their studio came out and have quoted being like, yeah, we're keeping it grounded.
We're the serious guys.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have that stuff in COD, but you're not going to see it here for a little while, or whatever they're saying.
Right.
And it took them like 18 days. Like 2 weeks after launch, and now they're going to start adding the blue stuff. So then you're going to be on maps like Merak Valley, which is like a really cool map. It looks like Ukraine.
Right.
It's just muddy, it's dirty, there's like concrete, bricks.
Yeah, it's
and now here comes the blue guy.
Right.
Here comes the blue guy.
Here's the yellow.
Yeah, here's the yellow dude sprinting around, jumping.
And you'd almost think, like, obviously that's going to make you stick out more, so that obviously isn't even going to help you on, like, a thing. But I also think that there's an easy kind of cure to all of this stuff, and I don't get why they don't do it, and I'm not the first person to bring this up. Why isn't there, even in Call of Duty, a toggle? Why can I not customize it to the fact of where I turn skins off on my end, so when I see you, you see yourself in the skin, but I see you as a normal person?
It's weird that they don't do it. I heard that they do it on like World of Warships.
That's what I thought.
Which is like a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other side of that argument is that it goes against their business.
But in what I guess
why would they want you to turn that off? Because then you can't see what they're selling you.
Right.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, but,
I was like, you're
but
buying
I guess
it
still,
to be seen.
Oh, I get
right?
what you're saying.
I want to be seen, Trio.
Yeah,
Don't you
but
get
like,
it?
yeah, no, I see what you're saying with the selling thing, especially because I think from
that's a really good
from a
point.
gameplay element in the way of like, I don't see why you wouldn't do that to give someone the option just to have that option. But then you're right. Then I can't see the cool Terminator skin and want to buy that Terminator skin because someone else is using it. I don't think it really matters in the way of like, you can't see my skin, but from the purchasing thing, I think that's a very good point.
And that kind of leaks into like how they're doing Portal, and they before the game came out, they said you can play Battlefield Portal and get full XP no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, and then
within
people
a few weeks,
bot lobbies.
People were doing bot lobbies and like boosting and stuff, which.
So what is Battlefield Portal? I'm sorry.
You can like it's like a map editor essentially. You can like create your own game modes and like people used it in 2042, the last game, to play by themselves, to do like I did that a lot because I didn't like the cosmetics and like the overall game of the last one. Like I didn't play 2042, I didn't like it.
Right.
So I created my own server where I could just play with the bots and chill out, and they looked cool because there wasn't flashy skins all over the place. It just looked like an army.
Right.
But in the last game, you couldn't get full XP for doing that. Right. And people complained about that. So before this game launched, they said, oh no, this time around, you can get full XP. And guess what they did within a couple weeks?
Yeah,
they shut all the XP off.
Yeah.
So now people that just want to come home from work and play by themselves are pissed off.
Yeah, I do kind of get it though, because like I jumped on with my friends and they were in a bot lobby boosting challenges. I'm like, don't you guys just want to weird. Don't you guys just want to like play the game?
Right. I don't play with the bots for that.
We're like
reason.
a week and a half in.
Yeah.
We're boosting challenges already?
Right.
But
come on, guys.
But like at the same time, like
let them do it.
Gives a shit.
I actually agree. Yeah, like who fucking
what effect does that have on someone else who's playing the game normally?
Yeah, it's not like, you know,
like there's gonna be people. Everyone's gonna be the top level eventually. So who gives a shit if it takes them like a
you're
week
unlocking like equipment and things like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there like guns
changing
and
the game? No,
it's just getting you access to things quicker.
But
than you would have. Yeah,
it's just weird that they penalize like all the normal people that aren't doing that.
So you're like kind of against it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think they should just let people play the game.
Especially
how they want.
I agree. I tend to agree with that for sure.
Yeah. I did have one point about campaign, which I wanted to bring up, and just to say I do like how there's a lot of achievements based around campaign, and I'm not really talking about that, but like you can play. So for somebody who's multiplayer, I guess, which would make the campaign appealing, is there's multiplayer rewards within doing certain, not just beating levels and doing things on certain difficulties, but like doing this weird, you know, like an achievement like task, and you get a skin or something like that, or like,
I think
you know,
a
profile. Yeah, I'm like, that's cool, because I feel like that's getting the multiplayer people who are only going to touch the multiplayer maybe to try the campaign. And again, like, it kind of sucks. It's not great, and it's not a good offering, because I would like, if we were talking about Battlefield 1 or even 3 or 4, and that was the case, and I don't recall if there is anything like that in those games. Battlefield 1's campaign like blew me away. I'm like, this is awesome. This is such a different way to tell a story within like a set piece game and things like that. But like, you're not really going to do that here with this. But and you're right. I never even thought that like maybe this campaign could have been like cut apart.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it feels
so rushed and unfinished.
And just like snipped together.
Yeah. Because they just all of the levels don't really fit together. Like the couple of levels you're in New York, and then you just jump to Egypt and you're like in a tank.
Yeah.
And are you like the same character? No.
Okay, so like as an Egyptian guy.
Yeah,
like
that one you're like a different dude.
But
for the most of them, you're playing like a different person in your squad.
Yeah, you bounce around to the different characters in the squad. Like, dude, the Gibraltar beach landing, which is like the second mission, or it's like the third mission.
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see out of a Battlefield campaign.
And there's some,
and then it just meanders. Feels like
there's some mechanics around, like you can order your squad to kill people, and you know, your recon squad person brings people on the map. You got the guy with the RPG, things like that. Like, is it adding like an incredible amount of value.
No. Right.
But like, it is kind of cool. It seems like they thought about it a little bit.
Well, I mean, you could do that in Battlefield 4. You could literally like order the people to shoot.
I don't even remember.
That's like
that.
That was something.
That's like in Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
I didn't want to act like it was like
I wish it was
some
like,
redefining
I wish
thing,
it was like
but
that.
But it is there. It is more than just like.
And then shout out to the villain. Kincaid.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is he
insane?
I was gonna say.
Real quick? Is Kincaid the guy who gets like killed in like the third mission in the Gibraltar mission? Who is that guy? Because I feel like he died. He was like an Irish dude.
No,
or like a British dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, is that this dude?
He's literally like an Irish UFC fighter. Or
did they fake out his death? And then Kincaid comes out of nowhere.
You raid. It's the same level as the beach landing. You do the beach. It's like that's such a good level. You land on the beach. There's like all this crazy shit happening. You push inland. Now you're in the streets in the city, and it's like overrun with Pax Armada. Like it feels like they're trying to actually invade somewhere and take it over, and like it's deadly. It's like
a real hot war,
right?
Yeah.
And then you push in, and they've taken over the city hall or whatever it is. And that's where Kincaid is. And I think when you get through the city hall, he like flies away in a helicopter.
And
oh
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Now it's clicking.
I can see how it's all very memorable.
It's
exactly.
So,
I like
just all blending together.
Yeah, I figured.
I knew what we were gonna get from the beginning. Like I was telling my friend Phil, like Phil, I was telling him,
friend of the show. Phil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Nick is
that. It's literally gonna. I call it like Call of Duty World War II campaign. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Because that game, it's like you have like Josh Duhamel and like these actors, and they're going so hard. They're like, "Do you understand what the fuck you're doing?" And it's like such like one of those things. Like you go up into this, like that mission in Gibraltar. You go up into the thing. They're like looking for like files or something. He's like, "Fuck, the files aren't here."
What do I have to do with any fucking files?
Yeah, and they go so hard. Instead of acting
funny.
like a soldier, and they're like, "There's no files here. Like we got to move on." Like they're like, "God damn!"
Almost like a character actor.
Yeah, they go like really hard.
There's this one moment where this soldier Lopez like kind of has like he kills a sniper and he just kind of keeps shooting like.
Oh my god! Yeah,
and I thought it was kind of interesting, but I'm like, that goes nowhere.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's like the second to last mission.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This is something that's not discussed through the entire campaign. Like any kind of PTSD or anything.
Yeah.
It's just this random, and this isn't even a cutscene. It's a random.
Yeah, this is happening in game.
Yeah.
You're playing the game. There's a sniper up on the hill, just like 500 other times there was.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Sniper!" You shoot him, and then the guy in your squad is, "Fuck you! Oh, die, sniper, die!" And I'm like, "What?" And then this thing like pops up on my HUD. It's like, "Go check on Carlos." Like, what is the guy's name? It's like, "Go check on Lopez. Make sure he's all right." And then you walk over, and he's like, and like the other black guy walks up. He's like, "Lopez, do you know what the fuck you're doing? Get it together." And it's like, dude,
pull yourself together, goddammit. He slaps him.
So,
and that's it.
It's so insane.
That's it.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Stop.
And then that's it. And then that's it. Never again.
He's fine. Yeah.
So anyway, I think we could just kind of make fun of the campaign.
Yeah,
all
I can
day.
just make fun of it like endlessly. Like, can you kill Kincaid? Like on the last mission, he like walks through the door. Spoilers. Who cares? He walks through the door and you just shoot him. And then it's like the one
Credits.
And then like Gecko is like,
of course,
you can't kill him. He has information. And then here comes Hemlock. He's like, "He's a dead man." Or like what? Like I can't even like anything. Any made up line that I can make up for this is just what they're saying.
Just as cheesy as
he's
like
a
an
dead
action.
man. The CIA doesn't need him anymore, and he like shoots him in the head. And
He's
you're
a
like,
dead man walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they shoot the black woman at the end. I was like, "What the fuck?" She's like, they're like, everybody
She knows
out of
too
it.
much.
She's like, "I'm part of the CIA. I have orders." And he's like, "Your orders don't matter to me." And then just like aims a fucking M4 at her forehead.
I still didn't understand.
My orders are above your pay
Yeah.
grade. Or
I still didn't understand why exactly they were going rogue or what was going on
God,
there.
it's just.
Well, it sounds like a very lucid and thought out campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Essentially.
very enjoyable.
But-
yeah.
The multiplayer.
Yeah.
Why we're all here. I really enjoy what Battlefield 6 is doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seems like you think differently from the thumbnail
a little
picture
bit,
I took.
a little bit.
But I've been having a great time. I think the beta really felt like Battlefield was back, and
Yeah.
and I felt like the things that were missing from the beta are in the multiplayer, like being able to thank people after rezzing you. I thought was like this little thing.
Right.
It has a scoreboard.
It does.
Yeah, it does have a scoreboard.
It does have a
Thank God,
scoreboard.
But they don't show revives.
They don't.
So what? So it doesn't show like someone like when someone needs a revive on the map. You're
Or
saying,
like when you
No,
revive
how
somebody
many
and it
revives
like
you have.
tallies it in the
Oh,
scoreboard.
it doesn't.
Because
That's
dude,
absent for some weird reason.
People are walking over your corpse like your chopped liver. Over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's a big problem. But that's not the game's fault. Yeah, I think Battlefield 6 is an incredible multiplayer experience. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm loving all the game modes for the most part. I obviously want to stick to the big modes.
Yeah.
Breakthrough, conquest.
Destruction's there, right? Obviously.
Oh, the destruction's
Yeah.
sick.
The battles do feel intense. Like,
Yeah.
like I think like all the memes have kind of captured it well. Like I can't tell you how many times I've like revived somebody. The fact that everyone can revive is game changing. You can, your guy's on the ground,
Right.
and you drag him and you're reviving him, and it's like how many moments where you go like you're gonna see her again,
Right.
and like it's funny, but like that's kind of what it feels like every single time.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely like one of the top new things that they added. to the
and
game.
it's so simple. It's so
so
simple.
simple.
So medics only used to be able to revive.
Yeah,
right?
and
So
there's
medics
still
before.
defibs.
I was gonna say.
So
So,
they-
what differentiates them?
So they
then?
brought over the squad reviving from Battlefield 5.
Okay.
Which is what that game introduced, where anybody in your squad can revive another squad member.
Makes sense.
Okay, I
If
didn't
you're
know that.
if you're playing a support like the medic class, you can still drag people like a squad revive, or you can use the defibrillators.
I see.
Both go faster. Like if you drag somebody as the medic, you revive them faster than a normal squad member
I see.
would.
Okay.
And then the defibrillator, you can charge it up and revive somebody to 100% health.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so they still have a pretty good purpose.
Right.
Yeah,
then.
so you're being I mean, not really being penalized, but there's an advantage to being support.
Right.
Right. You
Yeah.
actually are going to revive people faster as people run around.
You
They're
can revive
fucking-
people outside of your squad too.
Right.
is what
Yes,
you're saying.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, but the dragging mechanic is awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's to me that's like the top 5 things that they've done with this game. Like,
Yeah,
that I need more of that.
Yeah,
That's what I need more of. Like,
It's simple details. I
simple,
think that
and it's
really
so cool because it's
separate.
like they're still in ragdoll while you're dragging them,
Right.
so their feet bang off
Yeah,
of things.
yeah.
You can pull them over cover. Like
That's
people,
cool.
like somebody
Okay.
died on like a box above me. Like I pulled them down
Right.
like, out of the fire. Like
Yeah.
it's really cool.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
And again, when you're with your friend, you're gonna see her
Yeah,
again.
literally.
Yeah,
You're
tell
gonna
her
make it.
yourself.
Literally.
yeah, like get me the morphine.
Yeah, like that kind
It's
of
so-
shit.
yeah, it's really
Yeah,
sick.
yeah, like
Just having your own Saving Private Ryan moments.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
great.
I really haven't had bad experiences with multiplayer. Of course, you're getting like fucking, destroyed in games, but like that's not the
Yeah.
game's fault. I enjoyed playing the hardcore mode with you. That was like I jumped in with
Yeah.
you and Paul and
Anthony might have been on there. Like I don't know, my brother or something.
It was your old coworker, right?
Oh, Ben.
Ben, yeah. And we were playing, and I'm like, I get in with you guys, and it's like, you can speak to hardcore a little bit more than
Yeah.
I can, but like the experience between the base game and hardcore, where it's like you're moving much slower, you don't have a HUD, you can't just run around. Yeah. I'm sure you're going to talk
Right,
about
that's-
hardcore mode.
yeah,
in
we can-
your
we can
solo
definitely
play.
talk
But like,
about
what do you think? What do you think about Battlefield 6 as a whole with the multiplayer?
The biggest issue to me is the map size.
Okay.
Big or small?
They're small. They're
Gotcha.
too small. They're
Okay.
way too small.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I
Way
think
too small.
like Mirac Valley is sort of not what you're talking about, and
Well,
the Liberation Peak is what you're talking about. Where
Yeah, well-
that map is big, but it's small at the same time.
I mean, Mirac Valley is the largest one in the game, but even that map has its problems. It's just you can tell what they're doing.
Okay.
Like I'm on to them.
What are they? What?
What are they trying to slip by?
Fill us in.
They just want to funnel you into the action.
Sure.
I see.
They're not trying to build the maps like true Battlefield maps, which are traditionally like they have large circular perimeters of out of bounds areas or large squares where you can be all the way over here and you're insignificant to the battle, but you can fuck with people over there.
Right.
You can have a dogfight over there. You can have a tank battle over there. You can go out there and snipe, and somebody can be like, "Why the fuck is that guy sniping out in like
Timbuktu.
Yeah.
They are essentially like removing that from the equation, so that it's much more deliberate and more refined, where you're always engaging in somebody.
It's funny
within your line of sight.
Mirac Valley is definitely that. Those two buildings is the convenience.
Because like
is
yeah,
the convergence.
and what's
point.
crazy is that I've actually gone into the portal, like the map editor, and they allow you to change the boundaries, the out of bound boundaries. You can walk on this map for like 2,500 meters in every direction. The mountains are walkable. You can go like up the fucking mountain into the
crazy.
snow
peaks. This is a Tom thing. I love this right now.
No, I'm not asking for the map to like allow me to go all the way up there. I don't need to be at the top of the peak of the mountain.
Right.
But you're in a valley, at least like make me feel like I'm in a valley and not when I try to flank the C flag. 10 seconds, gotta get back in bounds, hurry up.
Right. It feels like they have these main areas that they really want to funnel you into.
Right.
But these side avenues and these more choke points, if you will, are just not really existing.
I mean,
and you're like flank points even.
Yeah, I feel like there's like, there's obviously there's airspace and there's people dogfighting up there. Dude, I've seen some helicopter pilots that are next level. Yeah. And I'm like,
I love the helicopter.
Oh my God, this guy is too fucking good and we can't kill him. And then there's people like all the way in the back with like an AA tank and they're like just doing that.
Yeah.
And then, you have your snipers and shit. But like if you're fighting, like you're on like 1 or 2 points. Like that's where the real fights are happening. And they're occasionally like you're going to A or E or whatever, like in Merak Valley.
No, and that is interesting because I do remember that feeling, especially from a battlefield where it's like, you have these main points of battle, the battlefield, if you will. Yeah. And then you have your kind of side points where you're just getting into little skirmishes. You might run into someone, the odd person. That's interesting.
What was the last one that you played?
Probably like consistently was 1. Okay. Genuinely. Yeah.
So it
was and even with this one, the only reason I really didn't jump in was just because it was another multiplayer game. I usually always jump in for like 2 weeks and then fall off. Whatever it is. So
I think like Battlefield 1 encapsulates exactly what a Battlefield game should be.
Yeah.
It's like the maps, a lot of the maps are massive.
They're huge. Yeah.
Even
Sinai,
just like Sinai
massive.
Desert. That's just like that was in the base game.
Yeah.
They have a flag that is literally in Jabip.
Right.
That no one goes to. The only people that go there are the people who want to go there. So then you get these like really intense fights with these people. They're like, that guy's fucking out there.
Right. The guy who doesn't leave.
Fucking sniper. Yeah.
But I think like mechanically, Battlefield 1 is where they started doing this, where they do have smaller maps in that game that are more defined and more deliberate, and they funnel you into the combat. So I think if you like more of that like infantry focus in Battlefield 1, you would enjoy this one.
Interesting. Okay, that's actually good to know.
They take those gameplay elements. I'm just hoping that they like expand it and move more towards Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 5,
giving it back that scale.
Yeah, I want scale and just sandbox gameplay,
because I feel like that really is the differentiator between, at least in my mind, between COD and Battlefield is that scale factor.
I'm not feeling the scale right now. Even on the largest map, you're not getting the scale because they only have like one flag that's away from the combat zone.
I kind of hate that like some of the challenges with the game like kind of force you to play like squad deathmatch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like don't even get me started on that. Squad deathmatch. If you want
in Battlefield, like that's
if you want to experience a nightmare, a travesty, play squad deathmatch.
So how many is it? Is there like a team deathmatch too? Is this different from like your? Okay.
I mean, it's like
so
a
squad is obviously
exactly
right. That's what I assumed. Okay, yeah.
And
it's just hectic.
That's why you're playing Battlefield.
Of course, yeah.
You're playing for Conquest, for Breakthrough.
Yeah.
What's the other? Escalation. I love like what they did to Rush in creating Breakthrough. I think that happened with 5. You were telling me.
Well, to me that's from So they did like they started operations in Battlefield 1.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
God, I fucking missed that.
And
oh my God,
that was
I
good.
forgot.
And then 5 had Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Which was
like mini.
It plays exactly the same. It's just scaled down. And there's no like behemoths and stuff like this. Like it's just more of like raw gameplay.
God, yeah, the behemoths. Yeah.
But yeah, so now they carried over Breakthrough, which is a decent mode. Some of the maps are cool in that.
Yeah, it's basically like exactly what Tom said. It's like Rush operations, but smaller.
Right. I see. Okay.
Not like Monty Grappa.
And it's just scaling it down, like you said.
It's like the least
3 years.
It's the least complicated game mode, so it's usually the best one. Like if you want to play like by yourself or something, and like with a lot of blueberries.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's usually the best one to play. Because it funnels them the most. Like it requires nothing from them. They just have to walk forward.
Right. No, and it's funny, even like me with like multiplayer games, I love those big conquest modes and everything, but I do appreciate just being able to jump into a team deathmatch when I want to. Yeah. But that's still interesting.
Right.
Yeah. So what else are you liking?
What am I liking?
How are the classes, I guess, in general? Do you guys think?
I think they're really well balanced, in my opinion.
They're decent. Well, here's the problem.
Let's hear it.
The main game has open weapons.
Yes.
Open.
Oh, so they aren't class based anymore.
you
like
can
the
just
SMG
use,
used to be on the
engineer.
And then in Battlefield 5 it was the medic.
I don't mind it. I don't actually participate in that. I feel like
I usually don't either. I usually
that's like a
opt
Gucci's.
out.
I'm like, ooh, like I have the option, but I'm not gonna switch.
So it still shows you the class based weaponry.
Yeah.
But you can choose any
and
weapon.
there's
you
an
want.
advantage to
you get
using it.
You get an advantage. It's usually like faster aim down sight time or
things like that.
Okay.
faster reload speed, or you move faster.
So you're incentivized to do that.
Yeah.
And then
You're
you
not
have
made to
and then
do
you
it.
have your
Right.
carbine and your DMR sections,
Right.
which are the ones you switch out.
traditionally in the modern themed Battlefield games like Battlefield 3 and 4, you could use the carbines, the DMRs, and the shotguns across any class.
Okay.
But everything else was locked.
Sure.
So it still created a little bit of an imbalance, because there would be like a guy with like 5 RPGs on a rooftop, but he also had a sniper rifle. So
Right.
like it creates instances where it's like hard to kill somebody who's in a weird spot.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm sure I've run into that and just haven't really thought
but
about
in
it in that
Battlefield
perspective.
4, it was never an issue. It was never like that big of an issue.
Yeah.
Now God only knows what's going to happen. We're only a few weeks in. The biggest like the craziest thing that I've seen is that they've given Assault the spawn beacon.
That's who has it?
Yeah.
That used to be medic, right?
It used to be
Yeah,
sniper.
sniper.
It used to be
sniper.
sniper. So it used to be people
right.
locked to bolt action rifles and DMRs. They might get up in a weird, like annoying spot up in a crevice on a building
and
or
they put
something.
Right, and they just keep
They would
beacon
keep
in.
spawning there, sniping
Because
you.
in the beta, it was on the scout, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But because they're a sniper, they can only do so much. They can only snipe you.
Right.
Now, not only does Assault get the spawn beacon, but you can also equip 2 primary weapons and a launcher.
Jesus.
So you can just be a thorn
So
in
and
the
this
other
is
team's
like,
side.
Like the spawn beacon. When do you get it? It takes a bit, right? Because it's not one of the first things you unlock. Because I don't have it.
No, it's not rank based either. I had to do a challenge to get it.
Yeah,
I had to.
it's like the second assault challenge, I guess.
Yeah, it was some
Yeah.
kind of assault challenge, like whatever it was.
Right.
Get 20 kills with something.
Sure.
Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Oh no, I know what it was because people were complaining. You have to stab.
suppress?
So you also get the adrenaline injector.
Yeah, that's
On Assault.
They
Okay.
just made Assault like the most OP thing possible.
It's always been kind of OP for
Sure,
your
to
running.
some
But now
degree.
you're just adding
To
on
some
top
degree,
of it, right?
But but in the past, you just had a rifle, you had an assault rifle, and a grenade launcher. You could heal people. You were a
Right.
medic. But if you took a grenade launcher, you had to swap out defibrillators, so you couldn't revive anyone.
Oh shit.
That was the trade-off. Now there's like they have no trade-off. They
Right.
just 2 weapons, like a launcher, a spawn beacon.
the ladder.
You can just the ladder.
The ladder
wow.
is so good. I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah, the ladder's
It's basically like, hey, like we can get you. I can get like Tom was like, I was a sniper, and he was like, I'll put a ladder down. So you
Yeah,
can get
that
up
was
somewhere.
so sick.
And,
I
like
put a
using
ladder,
that
you went up on the,
coordination.
I was like, look at this sniper spot, dude. Like, get up here.
That's
It was
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah. But
So a lot of utility in that way, at least. But
Yeah.
it does seem like it's very weirdly spread out.
yeah,
Right.
engineer is run of the mill. I think it's like exactly what you would think
Engineer,
it is.
they didn't
has
change
everything you
You just
think
fixed
it would have.
that's fixed. Obviously, you
right.
fixed
You fixed the
machinery and
tanks.
stuff. Tanks, yeah.
Support got the medic stuff on
Yeah,
top of the ammo.
Right, they combined that,
Yeah.
which I'm not a fan of.
So it's like it's support, sniper, and medic that really got like a lot of switch
Yeah.
rounds.
Okay,
They-
so support is also the medic and the sniper is what you're saying?
No,
now?
the
Or-
support is
is-
LMG
Yeah.
with the medic.
he's got
I see.
he has a crate. It's not just a medic crate now, it's an ammo crate.
so it's
you
healing and
so
ammo.
you
see.
throw it down, it's just a universal ammo and medic crate.
right.
Which I'm not a fan of because there's no real trade-off to anything. Like
Yeah, it feels stupid to give that up for the wall, for the cover wall thing, or,
right.
or
and
whatever
then
else they have.
well, I think you get that at the same time, I think.
Yeah, you can,
And the defibrillators,
but then you have the defib. It's like, what do you want? You know, there's a trade off.
the box is universal, so the box is on your person no matter what gadget you pick.
I
It's
heard
no
someone.
longer.
I heard someone say that, and I was like,
this
"What
is,
are you talking
This
about?"
is this is the kind of stuff that's just like questionable to me. Like if they're doing like I don't know what you want to call it, like hero mechanics,
like hero shooter mechanics.
Yeah,
almost?
whereas like you're always locked to a certain thing in your class you can't get rid of. Like the assault has the adrenaline injector, the support has the box, the engineer has the repair torch, and the sniper has like a passive trait where like no matter if you're looking down the sight of a sniper,
you get spot
people.
Which makes sense. You're the sniper.
That one kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah,
that one's like kind of cool.
Yeah,
but there's already too much spotting in the game to begin with. So it just oversaturates everything. Like there's just like orange dots running around everywhere. And they also like the ping function. You can ping but also spot at the same time.
What's the difference?
Like a ping is like a green thing down. It's like look there.
Yeah. I was like
a battle royale ping. But you can also spot if you're looking directly at an enemy or a tank.
And you press it, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the times it doesn't work.
I've noticed that.
Well, you're aiming at a tank and you're trying to spot it, but it pings it.
Right. Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what game I played last that has that, because I feel like most of the time the ping usually works like that. Right. It's like,
but this is why.
Yeah, actually.
This is what made Battlefield 4's gameplay so great. Is that, like, let's say you're taking an engineer, if you want another like spammy gadget, like you want to get like the UCAV or like the thing that like launches out, and you like, or like a mortar or something, you have to replace the repair tool. So now you can't repair anybody. You're just an ass.
Yeah,
but you have a spammable weapon.
See, that's the thing with like engineer that I don't love compared to all the other classes. Like I want to use the SMG, I want to use it on the engineer, but like if you're playing on certain maps or certain size maps or smaller modes, there's no vehicles, so your point of your class is useless.
Right.
So I wish there was something to swap in there that like made the engineer viable for non-vehicle play.
That would make sense. That would make sense
to put everything on par, because it's like I actually think it's cool that I can play team deathmatch, be the scout, be the sniper, but take my sniper off and still have my what's the targeting beacon thing and the
motion sensor,
equipment, the motion sensor,
yeah.
the equipment of the scout, but I'm just using like a DMR, I'm using an assault rifle.
Right.
I like that versatility, but also it kind of opens Pandora's box and it's kind of chaotic.
And it starts to almost negate the point.
I don't really think
it's.
I can understand the criticism once you're getting granular and you're getting in depth and you're really looking at it, but I think from, I don't want to call myself a casual, but you know, like this kind of like layman, like, yeah, I think it's cool to have this open-endedness.
We're definitely not the first-person shooter experts here by any means either.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's
like,
okay to be casual. That's the
for
majority.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, the majority of the player base is
I wouldn't say I'm casual, but I'm casual with like my knowledge. You know, like every class has that like kill streak sort of thing or this point streak.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what any of them are.
Nothing's explained in this game.
Yeah, nothing's really explained.
That was another thing that we figured out. Like when you shoot the tanks with an RPG, this big like 25 pops up, and we all assumed that it was 25
damage.
Yeah, I thought like,
is that not what it means?
No, of course not. No, I thought it was like, okay, the tank has a health pool of 100. So I'm taking 25 damage. Right, 4 shots would kill it. That's not what it means.
Oh.
25 is the 25 points towards your little kill streak bar on the side.
Oh.
So it doesn't tell
so
you
every
how much
time you hit a
damage
vehicle or a tank, it's just like you get 25 points towards your little kill streak.
Gotcha.
No, the damage numbers are, you literally need a microscope. I'm not even joking. They're probably like the size of your
like a pixel.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know how I figured that out? I shot a tank in the back, and you can I think 3-shot main battle tanks to the rear, and it'll give you like a 500 damage. It does like 500 damage if you hit them in the engine. So and then the LAV, like the armored personnel carrier that has like the fast firing gun, you can 2-shot them to the rear. The AA tank you can 1-shot to the rear. I had to figure that all out by myself because the game explains nothing.
Yeah. So I basically what I'm trying to think is like, how would a game communicate all that to you? Because that is, I think, a problem.
Maybe just
like,
make the damage numbers bigger.
I couldn't even tell you.
That's the first thing.
This is embarrassing. I don't even actually know what the adrenaline injector does.
So originally, it
makes you go faster, does more damage.
Originally it was a health regen. Like it was like
in the beta.
I don't even know if it may be alpha.
Okay.
Like full blown like hero shooter health regen. So, I got my health back.
Yeah.
people complained about that because obviously that's OP as shit. Nobody wants that in a Battlefield game. That's literally Call of Duty shit. Like it's like worse than.
How would you heal before? It was just after a while, right?
Yeah,
you would get back to the red would go away or whatever.
I think you have to literally be like out of combat,
right?
So nobody has to be shooting at you,
right? Yeah. So when you're getting suppressed,
when
you get suppressed assist, that means you're basically like keeping them down,
right,
so to speak.
So then they changed it because everyone was like, that will ruin the game. Can you imagine if you could do that with the spawn beacon?
Yeah, that would be nuts.
The game would be
insane.
But anyway, they changed it, so now it makes you sprint faster.
That's all it does.
That makes, that I guess makes sense to me a little bit. But I don't know.
I don't know what else it does, but I know it does that.
Yeah, and it's like, could I go just look and read it? Yeah.
You might have like less suppression effect on you or something.
See, that would make more sense to me if it was like you were down and you can use that on yourself and like it gets you back up to like the barest of minimums.
I have a similar, this is a little off topic, but I don't know if you're playing Ghost of Yotei, but I have a similar issue in Ghost of Yotei with the weapons. Because they kind of tell you, oh, this guy's using a katana, match him with a katana.
Right.
So you would think if a guy's dual wielding weapons, you're going to match him with dual wielding katanas. No, that's not the case. And like I was talking to somebody I've been playing Battlefield with, my friend Jeff, and he's like, well, you just got to read it. I'm like, no, I just don't have to read it. The game.
No, you do. I agree with Jeff.
You do. Yeah. But the game should also not be contradicting what you're reading.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you.
But I'm not saying Battlefield 6 does this, but I think there is an importance to really presenting gameplay information to the player very obviously. And yeah, of course I can go read if I need some supporting information, but like I should know just from the presentation of it in the gameplay.
It's you, Gooch. You're the reason we have white shit all over ledges in games.
I don't mean literally.
No. Listen, I get what you're saying, and that's a whole nother conversation in and of itself. But
actually,
I agree with you.
That's one thing. In some
drives me nuts.
In some of Battlefield 6's maps, I was like, "Where are the fucking steps to go up? Why can't I find how to get up this?" building?
My god,
there are no steps.
Dude, some of the maps, the steps go to blank walls.
You go up to Mirak Valley, I think, is one of them where the building has a first floor and like a top floor, but you can't get. You can only get to the top floor from a zip line on the outside.
It's just horrible.
You can't just walk up the building, and I'm walking around like a fucking imbecile.
Yeah, we run into a building on like it was like the other map, Sobek City. It's like in Cairo.
Yeah,
we're like, oh, go, get in this building. We run inside, like the tank's chasing us. Go up the steps. Where we go? It's a fucking dead end wall. It's concrete.
I will give it to them. Most of the buildings are interactable. You can go in most of them. Like
come on, dude. Like you can't
some of them do just
kind
of lead to like
stairwell.
I would love to play through one game one time without any of those like directionality things to just see like, am I really this dumb too?
I mean,
like, would I
don't
never
get me
be able
wrong.
to figure it out?
There's nothing pointing you in any sort of direction on the map.
No, of course.
But like sometimes I'm in the building.
That's more of like
a
single player
where's
thing
my,
for sure.
Where's my yellow
the
strips
original
of paper?
Uncharted's like that.
Yeah.
Gotta
throw
in
Yotei,
a lot of games have signposting. It's kind of like you kind of like have to have.
Well, also,
if people are getting lost while they're playing your game, then there's probably a problem.
They didn't put it in for no reason. They definitely were doing playtesting, and maybe they have the biggest idiots on earth playing, and they're like, I don't know where I'm going.
Statues wrapped in yellow to tell players you can climb up here, or
we're gonna have a light shining in this spot for you to see. No, there's an art to it to make it non-invasive.
I was talking about the hardcore modes earlier. I'm not sure what else we need to go into depth with, but I did want to get your sort of opinions on that mode since you were playing it more.
Hardcore's so much fun. I've been like a traditional hardcore Battlefield player like since like around the end of Battlefield 3. I remember Battlefield 3 was so great that you didn't even need to play hardcore. The weapons felt perfect. Everything was balanced well.
Right.
It was such a fun game.
Like they were doing the damage they should.
Right. It was unneeded. When Battlefield 4 rolled around, I found myself like playing the core mode, and it's fun. Kind of like how this game is. It's like decently fun, but just some aspects of it, like you take a shotgun, you shoot somebody, and they just like brush it off and run around a corner. It just like feels weird.
I agree.
So I always gravitate towards hardcore gameplay, and like since then I've been getting into like tactical shooters and stuff.
Yeah.
Which like helps you like understand stuff. Like makes you want to play that kind of game more. But the majority of my time spent in Battlefield 4 was on hardcore mode. And it's just great. Like the primary reason I like it is because snipers are one shot. Like you can one shot somebody with a sniper to the chest, which is how a sniper should be.
Right.
And I can also counter said sniper with 95% of the weapons. I can have a carbine and like it might kill him in like 3 shots. So like if the guy's like shooting at me and he misses and I get a good couple shots off, he's dead.
Right. There's there's a balance there.
There's like stakes in your decisions.
And on top of that, it helps. It helps with game design as far as like suppressing fire goes, because like that's another thing a lot of people are complaining about right now in this new game is that like I have an LMG, it's meant to suppress people. I'm shooting at this sniper and he has like no scopes way, he can just fire off a shot back at me while bullets are flying over his head.
Yeah.
Whereas in hardcore, that one bullet will hit your head and kill you.
Right.
So if the guy's taking incoming fire, he's not going to want to do that.
Exactly. He's going to actually stay behind cover.
Disincentivized to shoot back while incoming fire is flying at him.
Right. He can one bullet's going to take him down, whereas in the normal mode, he could risk a few.
He could take like 3 or 4 and be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
And still get those shots off.
Yeah. And it like when we were playing, I was just like, holy shit, this is like a whole other game.
Yeah, I think
really
essentially that's why
like
I always gravitate towards it,
thing.
because to me it expands upon the gameplay. It takes it makes the core mode fun and some aspects like great about the game, and just it broadens it to make everything. I think it balances everything out a lot more to me, because everything is on everything's on the level playing field.
Well, it's reacting how a firearm should react.
Right.
If I get shot with a pistol versus an assault rifle,
yeah,
obviously, the damage is going to be different, but I'm still probably going to die if I get shot at the same distance from a pistol or an assault rifle.
Yeah.
And another thing
games.
Another thing that the hardcore in this game does is that you can only spawn on your squad leader.
Oh, okay.
So it slows the pacing down, and
Isn't that how it used to be for all of them?
Well, that's how.
Because I feel like Battlefield 4. Oh, not on you.
No.
You could spawn with your squad.
I think the original like Battlefield 2 on PC had that.
Yeah.
Like up until
and
then,
I find that really cool, because that means your squad leader is an important decision. Like you want your squad leader to really be this like tactical player.
I believe in Battlefield 2, I never played it, but I think there may be a separate squad leader class, which is another thing that I keep asking about. Like, why don't, instead of like just reinventing the wheel in these same ways over and over again, try something new, add more classes, add a marksman class, add a squad leader class. Like I wish the engineer was a dedicated anti-tank player that only had a rocket and not a gun.
This is making me think of something from a totally different genre game, totally different type of game, Guild Wars 2. It's an MMO, and there is world versus world combat, which is essentially like server PvP. And in that game, they have the commander tag. And it doesn't really enable you to do too many different things, but it enables there to be a leader in these big fights.
Right, that's another thing.
So you're following this one guy who's commanding the troops, and you're doing that via Discord or chat in the game. Like again, it's simple as a simple tag overhead. You have to pay for it, not with real money, but with in-game currency. And so it's not like anyone can just get it, but it does kind of like separate the boys from the soldiers from the commander.
Yeah, well, that's a good point to bring up, because that's another thing Battlefield 4 had a commander, and you could even command.
Remember that.
You could command from an iPad.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
I
feel like I do remember that now. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever been in matches that had the commander.
I don't know.
If you don't remember,
I played a lot of Battlefield 4, so probably
it was fucking awesome. It expands upon the gameplay.
Yeah.
And no longer are you just playing with blueberries and hoping, like, God almighty, I hope he goes to the C flag and captures that. Like, the commander can specifically pick out a squad from the list of squads and say, like, Squad A, attack C.
That's
Squad
really cool.
B, attack A. Like, the commander can call in cruise missiles and, like, nuke a flag to try and clear it off. They can call in UAV support over a specific flag.
I mean, what you're saying right here, I know this is, well, it was in the 4th game, but this is why I love Battlefield. It's like, it's taking FPS military combat to the next level. That's something that Call of Duty isn't touching and isn't trying to do.
No, it's definitely, but it's more arcadey on the Call of Duty
and this
side,
is why I'm attracted to Battlefield, and I like that Battlefield 6 is where it is. I know 2042 had a rough launch. I own that game, never played it.
You bought it and didn't open it, right? And then returned it.
Yeah, and they sent it back to me.
Yeah.
They sent it back to me.
Oh,
they did?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Best Buy wouldn't give me the refund because I opened it.
Holy
so I was in Austin, Texas for the weekend it came out. So I didn't play it.
Right.
And I just heard online how shitty was panned. So I was like, I installed on my console. I waited.
I didn't realize you opened it. Yeah.
I waited a few weeks, and I was like, I'm just gonna send this back. Like, I don't want to like commit to this shit show and have to get all the achievements like I do.
That's why you got to go through Target. They'll take that back.
And I sent it back to Best Buy for a refund, and they just sent it back to me, and they said no refunds.
That's
then
hilarious.
I have a copy of it.
That's so funny.
With Borderlands 4, when I returned it to Target, I literally just like, yeah, here you go. They're like, okay, $70. Like they don't give a shit there.
Battlefield 6, I think it's making an impact. I think clearly.
I would agree, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys.
Beta made an impact. The gameplay's made an impact. The sales are making an impact.
110%.
It's not gonna kill Call of Duty.
No.
But it's doing something for not seemingly the first time, but in the first time since Battlefield 1. And that's almost 10 years ago, which is fucked to even say.
Mentioning the beta makes me think of another topic, is that what I loved about the beta is how uniform it was, skin-wise. NATO was like light tan. There's some like light greens in there and stuff. And then Pax Armada has a distinct color design that is black with yellow accents on their uniform. They have a black uniform, maybe tan gear,
right,
and like yellow accents. That's their base, theme that they're going with.
Sure.
What upsets me is that these games launch, and then within weeks,
Right.
they lose their thematic integrity.
Sure.
Any like threat, any like instance of like threatening aura that Pax Armada had for me begins to go out the window.
Right.
Because they're no longer a uniform army. Now they're just blue and yellow.
Right.
And it's just so confused. And you like the beta was cool because you could turn your HUD off and just play with no HUD, and it's so refreshing playing games with no HUD. I don't know if you tried doing that.
Yes, with single player games.
My favorite games are HUDless games.
Right.
I was just playing Chronos. That doesn't. I mean, it has a dynamic HUD where it will pop up when you need it.
The best game design is either if like the HUD's dynamic, or the HUD is so like non-intrusive
it's like,
that it looks like no
like
HUD.
a Dead Space,
and then you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Now there are games that like the HUD is intrusive, like this Battlefield, where turning the HUD off enhances the gameplay. But when they start adding the skins, then you just can no longer do that, and it sucks. The beta was so cool. I shut the HUD off. You're playing the game rather than playing the HUD.
Right.
You're looking at what's in front of you. You're looking at the details of the building, the destruction, the shit flying over your head, gunfire coming down the streets.
You have to think about how many rounds you've used.
Yeah, you have
stuff like that. Yeah,
right, you're actually like cognizant of what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Whereas like the base UI in this game is just, it's way too intrusive to me, and
I think it's a byproduct of just what it is.
I don't know. I mean,
you don't think? I mean, it's a big game with.
Do you think there's a way to get around that?
People.
I guess for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I just think I think this game was like rushed to a certain degree. All of these games are rushed now. Like I think the campaign shows me that first and foremost.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
But there's things in the multiplayer that are missing. Just like you can't upgrade the jets. That's something that
you can't.
No, that's something that every Battlefield game has had. Forever.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's just no upgrade path. You just spawn in a jet and fly around.
There are like certain things even that nothing annoys me more than like, especially even in single player stuff, when there's an element in that game that I really like the first one and it gets to the second game and it's no longer there. And I'm like, why?
Very strange.
What are we doing? There's something in Yote where you can't like you upgrade your armors and they'd be different. Like they look different with each one.
You can't select.
You can't select the lower level now to like get that look back. And I'm like, and it's just cosmetic. But I'm like, why take that? Why take that away?
Yeah, that was like something people requested.
Yeah, like it's cool.
That was
like
a great feature.
Yeah, so
that's interesting.
I don't know why they would take that out, but
I noticed it too, and
because I don't like the like fully upgraded version of one of the armors, and I wanted to back it down.
Right.
But like the beta was the high point so far for me. I played the beta. I said this is like fucking awesome.
But you are. It seems like okay. While you have gripes and critiques, like it sounds like you're enjoying it still.
I've been enjoying it, and I may enjoy it for the next couple days until it is ruined.
Sure, I see. Until something happens. Yeah. And is that when the
season pass does kind of scare me because I'm like, I think it's going fine without it. You know.
Right.
But then again, we don't know what this game will look like 6 months from now. They need to inject content in a way, and traditional DLC definitely isn't the way to do that. Yeah. They have to make content free. DLC for multiplayer games is segmented games. We kind of know this, but
that's like a whole nother topic.
I was gonna say, yeah.
What I don't understand is like what happened to like 2010 when you paid $50 and you got like actual content.
Well, and it was like a game, like, and if it was a multiplayer game, it's like, all right, I'm buying this for $60. I'm under the understanding that this will be active for 2 years.
Right.
They'll put out some extra content, and then that's that.
Yeah, they would lay out.
And then we'll move on.
They would lay out the entire roadmap. You're getting 4 maps here.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, you're getting 4 more, and then 4 more, and you would get like 4 or 5 guns with each map pack.
I think the problem is they're a little looser with all this shit because there's so much more content in the world vying for people's attention. So people are kind of moving on and not relying on one game to sort of.
I think that's part of it, but I also think it's just the Fortnite of it all. The battle pass thing, the idea of like, well, we don't need to make money off of DLC. We can just put out all this stuff that people will buy. Yeah, that really did just change the game for ill.
Has anybody done like a hybrid model of that where you pay like $15 for a map pack, but there's also like a payable season pass?
Not recently.
Most of the I feel like every multiplayer game has
I feel like that would like I would be into that because you can pick and choose. You can say, oh, I just want those 4 maps.
But then that segments your whole player base because then not everyone has those maps. I think that was ultimately one of the issues that these faced.
That was the issue with like the smaller multiplayer games. They would release map packs and then it's like.
I mean, remember Halo? Even like
I would shudder to say that issue happened with Halo because it was such a big game.
That was only my personal experience with that. Yeah, where I was like, oh, I can't play the Legionnaire
like
or whatever.
Map pack or some shit.
But then on top of that, they were making like, so let's say you get 4 maps of map pack. Why can't they keep up with that demand any longer? They just drip feed me maps.
Well, dude,
apparently this season 1. So the season 1 is launching with 2 new maps.
Are they big?
Yeah, one of them is a jet map, thank God.
Okay.
Because the game needs more jet maps. There's only 3 at launch, abysmal. There needs to be more than that. And the other one has helicopters. So they're 2 like decently sized maps. They're smaller than Merak Valley, so they're still small maps.
Right.
I want bigger maps than Merak Valley. Like I want big battlefield maps.
Yeah, I have no argument
it has 2 maps that they're coming out with in this season pass.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that the season pass would launch and the 2 maps would drop. Absolutely not. They are drip feeding you the second map. You have to wait an entire month to play the second map.
Well, how else are they going to get you back on? And that's like the thing. Like it's unfortunately, and
I'm not
I hate
here
it. So I
to
agree,
be
man.
back on. I'm here to play your fucking
Exactly.
game. Like give me the shit and I will play it. I'm not here to just sit around and wait for it.
These companies saw the golden goose that was Fortnite. This never-ending money printing machine.
Yeah, it's
and now all of them are so enamored with this idea of finding their own because even if it's happened with Sony, they want all of these millions of dollars of loss, hundreds of thousands of dollars of loss can, in their mind, and it's technically true if they do hit it, be made up within a year with a Fortnite-like product that continues to print money for them.
Yeah, so then they keep blowing it and making fucking Concord my ass, like the worst fucking game you can possibly think of. And because they think we're gonna have all these colorful skins and shit.
Exactly, and then they're like, oh, this one didn't work. That lost us $500,000. But you know what? We're gonna try again.
More than that, like $200 million or something.
I'm sorry, I meant to say $500 million.
Yeah, literally.
They'll be like, okay, that's fine. If we do find our Fortnite, though, we'll make that back in a year. So we don't really care. So like the idea is they just keep chasing this golden goose that like there might not be another Fortnite level success. Like there's like even like you saw I'm sure you're aware of the Last of Us multiplayer game and like how that went. Like they saw that as
that game was like fucking finished.
It was finished. They could have probably easily released it as a game that had a 2-year lifespan. In a classic multiplayer thing.
I think
well, they had a playable build.
Lacked the experience to make a fully multiplayer game, and that's why it was canned.
I disagree with that.
I do too. So I think what happened was it was done, but then we've heard about this in the leaks. Then they started thinking about what they had to do to continue to support that.
Who did they bring in?
The Bungie people.
Yeah, Bungie came in and said like, oh,
you don't know you're gonna have to do this, that, and the other.
You don't have a 3-year roadmap of colorful skins.
That's kind of what I mean. I think they didn't have this expertise to,
which fucking pisses me off,
carry it
because I don't think it's about their expertise. I think they literally just made a good multiplayer game,
like a classic style,
and they got
game.
shut down because that's what it was.
No, exactly. And I think the idea was they were like, well, we're gonna have to continually, and I don't know how you wouldn't have thought about this when you were doing this.
Of course they thought about. Like, of course, we have to about this. They're the best fucking studio Sony has. Like,
we have to continue to then support this thing. It's like, well, yeah, guys. But then I would love to have been the fly on the room in that because I just
and then Bungie releases Concord and it goes.
Right.
Well, Bungie didn't really.
Well, I was gonna say,
Bungie tried to do Marathon.
That's
and has a similar situation.
Where's that game? Is that game like
so got delayed?
They're going back to the drawing board, reconfiguring some things.
Well, you heard about the art thing, right? There was stolen art in it.
Yeah.
So like I guess it wasn't like the main art, but there were like stickers
something
found
in it
throughout
was
the game that someone used someone else's art in it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just like AI these games now.
No, there's there's a total degree of that, and it's like Bungie is that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm like at the point of like
itself.
flipping over and supporting the AI rather than these studios.
Tom loves AI.
Yeah, what I like about it is that like
you post about it so much.
I know. Well, what I like about it is that like you have these games like Battlefield that are just missing everything that like the other fucking game has, where like you or Chris or I could come in and say, hey, AI, make me a new game that's like Battlefield 4 that has all the features of Battlefield 4 and looks fucking sick and brand new. And the AI could like literally do that. And in whatever, 5 to 10 years, it'll probably play better than most of these AAA studios. That's where my argument lies.
Sure.
It's a slippery slope.
And it opens the avenues for any Joe Schmo to make a sick ass fucking video game instead of relying on Bungie coming in and saying, hey, Naughty Dog, you don't have a 3-year plan on your fucking multiplayer game that you made? We're shutting it down.
So, and with that though, I think, as I understood it, Bungie just came in and they were like, listen, this is what you're going to have to do to support this for 3 years.
If you can't do that, don't put it out.
This is how it's going to go. And then they themselves then decided, we're not going to continue with this.
We're not going to be able to make Intergalactic. We're not going to be able to...
Right.
Yeah.
To focus on the things that we're known for. Right, and maybe I in my mind, I would hope that's how it went. I really don't think Sony gives, at least I'd hope on God, that they don't give Bungie enough credit to the point of where they were the yes or no on that project. I would hope that it was like Druckmann and team there being like, but then also I would have loved it if they were then like, all right, well then let's just release this as a classic multiplayer game that's supported for 2 years.
I believe that's what they did.
That's what they were doing.
And I think it would have been a fun game.
I don't disagree with that. I feel like I clearly recognize that like Naughty Dog was not equipped to do what they were setting out to do.
Sure.
And they
in the long term maybe.
In the very long term, and didn't realize that until.
And not even because they couldn't do it. It's because they didn't want to invest the time. Like it would have to be so much of an investment of time and effort.
And going back to Battlefield 6 and sort of wrapping up, I think the unfortunate circumstance of multiplayer games is they kind of come out at not at 100%. Maybe it's 75, maybe it's 80, maybe it's 95.
So beyond
and then within
clear.
the next year, we're going to see Battlefield 6 get to 100%. And I'm kind of okay with that because I with Battlefield 6 specifically because I don't feel like the package is lacking.
That was going to be my final question. Do you think this game is worth the $70 price tag out the box of what it has now?
Yes, I do.
Tom, I see your hesitation.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. Like,
what would be the price point then you'd put it at if you had the end all sale?
Well, here's the thing.
I guess I was going to say maybe you'll put it in 10, but yeah.
Here's the thing. I've been playing this game called Easy Red 2. I have to like bring this up because I put like 200 hours into this game.
Right.
This random Italian fuck.
Those Italians, man.
Some fucking Italian guy.
Some of those Italians. There's three of them sitting right here.
Made like a casual World War II simulator. It's like very easy to jump into. But it has simulation mechanics. But all it is like you spawn into the map, you control the bots, you go fight your little World War II battle. But he gives you like every campaign in the war. The maps are fucking huge. The map, dude, he just redid the Italian map. It's literally like fucking 2,000 square miles of the coast of Italy. It's fucking mind-blowing.
But
now the game has like PS3-ish graphics.
Sorry, go on.
And the problem is that's not going to make the money for a AAA studio. Right. That's why they're not making it.
But it has a full-blown map editor like Portal, arguably better. The reload animations for like the M1 Grand and the Thompson, they may be the best I've ever seen in a video game. Not even kidding.
No.
They may be the best ever in a fucking World War II game. This man is selling this game for $8.
Yeah.
$8, and I sunk 200 hours into it. It's fucking amazing.
Well, no, and I think that's like the best part about like that.
To think about Battlefield. Now he's probably been working on this game for like 4 or 5 years or something, but to think about a AAA game that I just bought for $70, they only give me 9 maps. Only 3 of them have jets. I can't even upgrade the jets.
Right. it's hard not to compare it for sure.
Like, come on, dude. Like, this is. I feel like at best it's like a $40 game or something. Like,
well, and I think when it comes down to the major problem for these studios is just the leadership is just shit in a lot of cases, and just really are so out of touch to it. And it doesn't seem to be the case with Battlefield. Like, to it for the most part, this feels like the mainstream version of that sim to a degree that, like, you know, your layman can get into with ease, and it's a fun, just bullshit multiplayer game. Whereas, like, they're not looking for a super simmy game, but it's still interesting. I don't know, man. I really would love to see these just studios get their fucking acts together. When people are making decisions, and Gooch and I have talked about this, where we're like, I feel like I could have easily made a better decision than that. What the fuck are you doing in the C-suite there?
Yeah,
I think that's the problem. Is they're always going to lean toward money. What's going to make us more money, and what's going to take the least amount of time?
Capitalism, baby.
But also, we've talked about this before too. We don't need to spend 7 to 10 years making the next Battlefield game.
Well, but also in a game like this, truthfully, it does sound like it should be $40, and you're giving me battle passes and stuff. Yeah. Then I should be paying $10 or whatever for the battle pass.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I'm not a good gauge for price because I feel like I'll pay like anything for any game I'm like mildly interested in. I don't really think too hard about it.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'm sort of the same way. It's just a matter of if it's like justified or not.
Yeah, I think what Battlefield 6 is and what they're promising on the horizon, it is.
And I guess and that's the thing. I guess if all the content is genuinely coming free and the only things you're buying are cosmetic, whatever.
Yeah.
But I would like to get the content complete package.
Right.
And that would be very nice. Yeah. But I don't know. Anything else, gentlemen, on Battlefield 6?
I think that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, you were saying like how you don't mind waiting for the game to like flesh itself out. I don't mind that either. Yeah. That's how Battlefield 4 was broken.
I remember.
You literally could not play the game.
You know what's funny? I don't remember having that many issues with it, but
no, it was literally
people talk about it, and I'm like, I don't remember.
You could like see people through walls.
You know
what's
funny?
Like,
because I bought it at launch. It was a launch title.
I remember when Unity Assassin's Creed came out. Like that was a majorly bugged game.
Yeah.
And I played through that whole thing. I didn't run into shit.
Yeah, neither
and
did
I was like,
neither did
what the fuck is it? It's just funny how that does happen, like between people.
Yeah.
But
I just hope all I can hope now is that they flesh it out, and I just hope that they like retract the cosmetic shit.
I hope they do too.
So what are they're just like a little color. The new ones are pretty colorful.
Like
is that like
they're kind of just
not
weird
only they're colorful, like they start doing the skull masks and the hoods.
I was gonna if like colors were the only thing, I'd be like, I guess
because
okay, but like
if you look up the image. Anyone watching this, look up like the image of the season 1 skin pack.
I saw the blue one. That's the one I saw.
The second one in is just a normal Army Ranger with a helmet. Why isn't that the game?
Right.
Why isn't that the whole game? Just give me people with helmets and
again,
normal.
What would they sell you?
I do like.
And I hate it. I hate it. I don't wish that was the answer.
My argument to that, you're saying like the toggle switch, which is that's one argument. Mm-hmm. I would love that. I wish. The other half is there are like. How many countries in the world? Like 170 countries.
Right, yeah.
There's gotta be camo out there that you can source from.
Right, that's actually
But I can't
real.
get my dragon that breathes fire on the end of my gun then.
Oh my God.
And I want that.
Yeah, I can't get my roller coaster gun.
And then and the Reddit, the Battlefield Reddit has been blowing up for the past week.
Just because
people
of all this.
going harder than I am. Yeah. I'm usually the one going hard.
You're sitting there going like, hey guys, let's relax.
Hey guys, I'm going hard. These people are going harder than me, making post after post to the point where the other people on Reddit who don't give a shit, they're like, stop complaining. Why are you complaining? I open up the Battlefield Reddit every day and I see people complaining about the skins.
That's the internet.
So like, my side of the argument is like, if you don't give a shit and you'll fucking pick whatever, why do you care? Why are you defending this multi-million-dollar company and not on the side of the people who just want the game to remain grounded and have like skins that are just based in earth tones and look like war,
look like actual wartime stuff.
I do have one more thing, and I'm not going to say anything other than a sentence. The menus could be better. That's it.
No, that's
the
fair.
Fucking menus are atrocious. Not could they be better? They're like fucking like broken Hulu. I don't know what the fuck you even call it.
They could be better.
Jesus Christ! All you need is like 4 options, people. Just campaign, multiplayer, community, server.
UI art, I feel like has been lost to a degree in a lot of games. Like even like Ghost, I think has a pretty cool UI. I love Kronos' UI, but for the most part, they do just. And you know, Fred's talked about it in our Discord before, and I do tend to agree, especially with RPGs. Yeah. It's like a very it's your box, it's the same thing. Yes, it's very similar. But
I think they do that on purpose to slow people down in the menu.
It could be.
Because they add all these featured... I'm dead serious. They add all these featured game modes in there. I'm dead serious. They add all these featured game modes in there. Like, they want you to see what they're featuring.
Right.
How are you going to see that if all is on your fucking screen is campaign multiplayer server browser?
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
These dastardly
How are you
fuckers.
going to see the store?
Stop slowing me down.
How are you going to see the in-game
Right.
store?
Right.
If you're jumping to where exactly... And they switch up the menu, too, if you haven't noticed. They switch...
I noticed it keeps saying there's new things.
Yeah, they have featured game modes. There's always something new.
Yeah.
There's never in the same place twice.
Right.
They don't want you booting up the game and going like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Campaign, conquest, whatever.
Right.
I
They
actually,
want you to look
yeah.
around the menu. That's a good point. That's
All
interesting.
part of it. It's all encompassing.
They want to funnel your eyes to certain
Yep.
places, and they want you to buy their
Yeah.
skins. And they want you to see the skin just in case you want to buy the skin.
So,
They want you to see that roller coaster.
in conclusion,
Yeah.
it's Battlefield 6. They started out decent. The beta was fun. The gameplay is there. The maps are not.
They need to tread lightly.
They need to tread lightly. If you add too many of those skins, it's game over.
You're literally kneecapping the audience that initially wanted
I guess
you
the
to be
reason I'm
away from
not
that.
so out like vocal about it is because like I want to have faith that like it's not going to get there, and it's not there yet. So I'm not upset.
It
but,
will be in 2 days.
yeah, I hope not. I hope not. I hope
You know,
not,
they did hint at like adding naval combat to a degree. I know that's
Different
the
battles.
other
Is
thing.
that, is that interesting?
We
or
haven't-
is that, yeah, like
It could be.
that's
I mean,
cool.
we haven't
Yeah.
even talked about the battle royale that they're adding for the 5 billionth time.
Are they though? Is that confirmed?
Dude, that comes out in like 2 days.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that launches with season 1, I think.
I don't know. I don't think so.
When's it launching?
People think that there's a battle royale. I'm not
What
sure.
do you mean
they-
people think there is?
It
There
seems
is.
like everyone. I see. I haven't seen it confirmed.
Battle 6. So, okay, so this is a leak. This
Yeah,
isn't
it's a
official.
No,
leak.
it's not a fucking...
It's a leak.
Well, no, so this is what...
I'm not saying it's not true, but
I'm
it's
sure
not
it's
been
there. I'm
confirmed.
sure
You want to know what the
exists.
leak was? Walking around on the Battlefield 6 map, on the Battle Royale map.
No, I guess what we're speaking more is like it's like officially announced.
Right,
I guess
they
it
have not
hasn't been yet.
officially-
It seems to be happening. Obviously.
They officially announced. They literally were talking
No, they
about. Like,
didn't.
they're like, we're adding Firestorm again. You want to play Firestorm again? Because nobody played it the last time.
I kind of like Operation Firestorm.
Not Operation Firestorm. Firestorm.
Oh, from Battlefield 5.
Yeah. You want to play that again?
I
You know,
never played it.
the mode that no one played.
I never played it.
I
So it's
can't wait
supposedly
for the
called
second one to come out.
Battlefield RedSec.
so we'll fucking
What
see.
the fuck is that?
That's the name of the battle royale mode.
Exactly.
apparently.
It's not confirmed.
God.
That's what. So according to Modern Warzone, which has a track record of accurate reporting and around unannounced video game information, particularly Call of Duty, the Battlefield 6 battle royale mode is called Battlefield RedSec. He also reported that it's due out on the 28th, the same day as the season 1
God.
thing. So
right.
they could be just
Damn it.
shadow
What?
dropping it.
okay.
Could the name get any worse for that?
RedSec is
Why?
kinda
Wait,
weird.
why isn't it
You-
called
you-
Firestorm again?
You chat GPT that?
No, it's on it's on the most trustworthy
so-
website ever, IGN.
I won't go like too long if we're trying to wrap it up. But like the
Yeah.
battle royale is the map is Los Angeles.
Right.
Okay.
The ring that comes after you is the Firestorm from the last one.
okay.
If you touch the Firestorm, you die. You can't like fuck around and jump out of the
Right.
you
There's
know,
no timer when
come
you go
back
into
in,
it. Yeah.
back and forth. If it touches you, you die. So it just gets smaller and smaller. You play the battle royale. Woo, skins!
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
No.
yeah, I don't need it. I didn't need it with
No
like
one
Halo
needed it. No one
Infinite.
asked
I'm
for
like,
it.
I don't need a battle
Yeah.
royale for this.
So they're still trying.
Still trying.
They're still
Again,
trying.
I'm not a denier. I'm just like, well, we'll see it when it drops, I guess.
Right. Right.
Anyway,
But
All right, boys. Good stuff. Anything else?
I got
it.
nothing else. That's
All right.
pretty much it.
Tom, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks
dude.
for joining
Seriously,
us.
we appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's always nice to chat.
You fleshed it out very nice.
Definitely. No.
Yeah.
Again, I think we are. I would definitely consider myself low on the totem pole. Like
I can't believe I call myself a casual.
I'm a bit of a casual when it comes to, I think, first-person shooters, for sure. Like, I'm definitely not, like, super in them. Like I said, I'll pick it up and then probably
Yeah.
play for, like, a month at the most, and then I'm off.
Right.
But I'm glad to hear you guys enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. You piqued my interest at
Get
the
it,
very,
dude.
at the
Squad
very long
up.
period.
I've been playing with plenty of
And it
people,
would be
so-
nice to get some multiplayer
Yeah,
games
I mean,
in
when
and
you
all
have
that
your
stuff.
friends on there, it's fun.
I'm
Like,
sure it's a
Yeah.
blast. Yeah. And, you know, the destruction all sounds great.
You just gotta like align schedule.
We'll see. Absolutely. And that's the toughest part with that. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching with us. If you've been with us live on twitch.tv/Delco Nerd Network, we really do appreciate your time. You can find this podcast, anywhere podcasts are found. Just search our name on your service of choice. We got a Facebook page, Discord channel, all that good stuff will be linked down below for you. You can find all that information at our website, DelcoNerdNetwork.com as well. Did I say we're at Delco Nerds on everything with an @ sign?
I don't know.
I don't think I did, but we are at Delco Nerds. Check us out. And then, you can even email us your comments, questions, or concerns to delconerds@gmail.com. We'd be happy to get back to you. But for Gooch, for Tom, I've been Trio. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay nerdy. We will see you next time.